Hello everyone and welcome back to a brand new video of Fox Flicks on Pika Magic. Today we're checking out to see if Pokemon could almost digivolve just like Digimon. Let's hop in and check out the new custom art for these fake... What would you call them? Pokemon? Digimon? Fake Poke Digimon? Digi-Pokemon? Let's just check them out.
What if Pokemon could armor evolve like in Digimon? Well, let's find out with some help from a friend.
Let's do this.
Hey everyone, Brandon here.
Hey Brandon.
Digivolving was one of the coolest concepts to me when I was a kid, and I dreamed about a day that Pokemon would incorporate that same concept. But now, I'm an adult, with money, who can pay artists to make my dreams come true.
Yes.
And you know we couldn't talk about Digimon stuff without including my good buddy, Carney X.
What up, Con?
Thank you. You're too kind.
From one video to another.
So for this video, we have
great.
picked 7 Pokemon from
Oh,
Generation...
what the? Oh, hold on, folks. Looks like it's needs to load. Be right back. And we're back.
1 to give Armor Evolutions. But if you would like to see further Pokemon generations get Armor Evolutions, let us know in the comments below.
Yeah, that
also,
could be
make sure
really
to check
cool.
out my channel, where we will be giving Digimon past and future forms.
But these
Already
7
did.
Pokemon will each
That's
correspond
right.
to
This
the
is the
original
second
8
part.
Digi-Eggs or Digimentals. So no kindness, destiny, or miracles armor evolutions for this video. Just because these
Okay,
videos can
makes
cost a
sense.
pretty penny to make. Speaking of, I would greatly appreciate...
Oh, whoa, ad. And we're back. I didn't even see that ad pop up.
Consider becoming a member. You get early access to videos and a bunch of other perks, and it helps support the channel and make videos like this happen. All the art featured in this video was made by the amazing Foongoose Fakemon, so make sure to go check them out.
So,
cool.
starting off our Pokemon Armor Evolutions is
Weedle,
Weedle
my
with the Digi-Egg
favorite.
of Knowledge. The Crest of Knowledge is heavily associated with bugs, digging, and earth, with Tentomon
makes
and
sense.
Digmon being 2 Digimon who represent it. So we thought one of the OG bug Pokemon would be a perfect fit, especially
yeah.
with Weedle's evolution, Beedrill having... you know, drills.
Drill in
so,
the
when given the
frickin'
Digi-Egg
name.
of Knowledge, Weedle evolves into
Ooh.
Porpion, a bug ground type. How Armor Digivolving
Okay.
generally worked in Digimon Adventure 02 is that the underbody would be that of the Digimon that Armor Digivolved, but stretched out, elongated, or slightly modified, and then
yeah,
elements
makes
of the
sense.
Armor
Oop,
Digi-Egg
hold on, we have
incorporated
another ad.
prominently
Great.
into the design.
And we're back.
So we wanted to try and keep that same kind of idea going with these evolutions. So you can still see the underpinnings of Weedle in Borpion's design, but
Yeah,
with
I
those
can see
digging
it.
elements of the Crest of Knowledge, as well as the crest itself featured prominently in the design.
Kind of looks
Borpion's
like,
name comes from the word
Nincada.
bore, which means to dig or drill a hole into something, and scorpion. Borpion are intense Pokemon, only living in vastly branching tunnels beneath the sands of the harshest deserts. They
Oh,
have
like
a
Trapinch.
fierce rivalry with Excadrill, so if their tunnels intersect, the battles fought over it can last months.
Next, for the Digi-Egg of Love, we went with Clefairy. While the Digi-Egg
Yeah, that
of
makes
Love is
sense.
commonly associated with birds and other flying things, we decided not to go with Pidgey because it would probably just end up looking a lot like Halcyon. So we went with Clefairy,
yeah,
who
I could
also
see
has
that.
wings, and we could tie in the whole love part to its fairy typing. So with the Digi-Egg of Love, Clefairy evolves into Clefanaut, a fairy flying type.
I
This
like
design's
it.
inspirations
It's funny,
tie
but
in
I
together
like it.
so well, I don't even know where to start. So rather than the traditional bird-like wings, we went with the more mechanical wings of a spaceship, kind of like Terramon, Armadillomon's love
bad.
armor. But the spaceship part itself references the Clefairy line's association with the moon. And the
And how
armor
it's
covering
supposedly an
Clefanaut's
alien
body so
line.
you can only see its face refers to astronauts. I mean, it's in the name, so you probably saw that coming.
I mean,
Seeing as
yeah.
the Clefairy line is thought to have come from the moon, it can now return home, which is where the love part comes in. The love of one's home and homesickness.
That
Clefanaut
is
can
actually
often be
really
seen blasting
sweet.
up into space. They say it brings
I
back
like that.
moonstones from space to help Clefairy evolve. Oh, there it goes. It's blasting off again.
The
Hey!
Digi-Eggs of Hope and Light are heavily tied
cute.
together, both thematically and story-wise, so we wanted to use Pokemon for these two that were also tied together. Nidoran Male and Nidoran
Nidoran
Female.
Female.
So I will take Nidoran Male with Hope, and Brandon will take Nidoran Female with Light. So the Digi-Egg of Hope
Alright.
has a few themes to it,
Nice.
and the main ones that we think are observable are quadrupedal animals, mythological creatures, particularly Greek, stars and constellations,
Greek.
and the general light of hope. With that said, with the Digi-Egg of Hope, Nidoran male becomes Nidoran, a poison
Ooh.
dragon type. The quadrupedal mythical creature we chose is obviously the dragon. The dragon is seen as a symbol of hope and perseverance in
Asian
Chinese
dragon at
culture,
that, not
and serves as a
European.
part of the Chinese zodiac. And speaking of zodiac, there is also the Draco constellation. To fold
that's
in the
nice.
Greek influence, Helios, the Greek god of the sun, which is a star, in some tales had two serpentine dragons pulling his chariot across the sky. So the factors come together in
Okay, that
Nidoran with a
actually
longer,
makes a lot
more
more sense
serpent-like
than the
body, while
horses.
keeping four legs like East Asian depictions of dragons. Nidoran keeps its royal naming scheme being a combination of Nido and Emperor, with dragons being a
Ooh.
representation of imperial might, but it also sounds like Nido roar, as in the roar of a dragon. Nido
I
roar
like
are constantly
it.
getting into competitions of strength with Nido King, trying to prove which is superior.
Now for
I would
Nidoran
put that
female
on my
and the
team.
Digi-Egg of Light. It kind of sounds like a children's book when I put it like that. When you give a Pokemon a Digimon armor. Anyway, like Hope, Light has some themes
that's
of
funny.
mythical creatures, some Egyptian like Nefertimon, but also holiness and angelic features, especially angel wings. With that in mind, with the Digi-Egg of Light, Nidoran female becomes Nidoran, a poison
Ooh.
fairy type. So
Like
this one has a
Empress.
few origins, but to start, its body shape is inspired mainly by cows, which are venerated in many religions such as Hinduism, Jainism, and Buddhism. It is also
Okay.
inspired by
Okay.
Hathor and Lamassu, which are both represented
Nice.
by bulls, with Hathor being an Egyptian goddess of light, whose disc can be seen in this design with the crest of light on it,
Oh,
and
yeah.
Lamassu being a Mesopotamian protector deity. Lamassu in particular being a bull with wings and a man's head, playing into our angel-winged mythological creatures. While we couldn't exactly fit angel wings onto Nidoran's design, we did add these kind of spiky wings. This is
You
still
did
a
add the
Pokemon after all, and we
protrusive
don't want to go
wings,
too
so-
crazy with design details. Nidoran will protect other Nidos with all its strength, whether they are their family or not. People will sometimes
Not
keep a necklace
bad.
of Nidoran for protection. Another detail about Nidorur and Nidoran is they are actually inspired by different kaiju as well. Nido King and
Really?
Nido Queen are pretty clearly based on the kaiju Baragon. Well, Baragon
yeah, I
appeared
can see it now.
alongside two other kaiju when facing off against Godzilla, Anguirus and Varan. So Nidorur is partly inspired by Anguirus with its leg positioning and
I'm seeing it
spikiness,
now.
and Nidorus is partly inspired by Varan, who is also winged and spiky.
For the Digi-Egg
Not
of
bad.
Sincerity, which
I
of
can
course
actually
has
see it
clear
now.
plant themes, we of course had to go with the OG grass starter Bulbasaur. So with the Digi-Egg of Sincerity, Bulbasaur
I can't really
evolves
do that.
into Rutasaur, a grass ghost type.
Ooh,
Another theme of
grass
Sincerity
ghost.
armors
Not
is
bad.
Japanese culture. So Rutasaur is based on ninjas like Shurimon. I guess we also have Greninja, so that makes two ninja-themed starters now. Rather
Yay,
than
two
blossoming into
ninjas.
Venusaur, Rutasaur features the part of plants that remains unseen, in most cases, the roots. The plant on Bulbasaur's back has closed up even further, and is meant to
Oh.
mirror the Digi-Egg of Sincerity. The blades of the
That's
egg have then been
interesting.
incorporated into this kind of spiked armor, and it has a single leaf coming over its face that acts as a mask. Rutasaur will
Not
plant
bad.
itself in the ground to hide while tracking its targets. If you see something that resembles the bulb on its back, it's too late.
Next up, we have the
that makes
Digi-Egg of
sense.
Reliability.
that
Naturally, with
goes
its
to
aquatic themes, we went with
Squirtle.
Squirtle to represent it. So,
Yep.
with the Digi-Egg of Reliability, Squirtle becomes Jetoise, a
Ooh.
water steel type. It
Not
clearly takes
bad.
inspiration from Submarimon, with it also
Clearly.
being based around submarines, particularly mini-subs, and even the Seamoth from Subnautica. The jets
yeah.
or cannons
I can
from
kinda see that.
Blastoise have been adapted into these boosters that help Jetoise move around quicker in and out of the water. As a kid, I loved how Cody/Iori
Imagine
could
seeing
ride
that,
around
like,
in
water on
Submarimon,
land
so
and then just
young
jump,
trainers
like,
could use
20 feet
Jetoise
in
in a
the
similar
air.
way. Also, people being able to ride around in a turtle's back is a reference to Coco Jumbo from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Golden Experience. Jetoise moves through the water quickly and effortlessly. It has a bit of trouble on
Okay,
land,
that
but
was
is still very
kind of
speedy when
interesting.
compared to other water-type
Oh, and
Pokemon.
hold
Getting
on,
caught in
folks.
its wake can leave you incapacitated.
And we're back.
So last but certainly not least, we have Charmander. Brandon and I
Here we
decided to
go.
have Charmander act as a Vmon stand-in, and as such take both the Courage and Friendship Digi-Eggs, given that its evolution
Alright.
Charizard is one of the most
Show us
popular
what you
Pokemon
got.
of all time, and also has 2 Mega Evolutions. Courage
Game
armors tend to
exclusive.
have one big theme, flames, so applying it to Charmander feels very natural, as the kind of progenitor of the Digi-Egg of Courage is Agumon. But we wanted to avoid
Yeah,
just
makes
making its
sense.
evolution feel like Charizard but armored, so instead of a draconic direction, we went with a dinosaur one. So,
Ooh,
with the
I can
Digi-Egg
see
of
that.
Courage,
That could be
Charmander
cool.
becomes Charatops, a
Oh,
pure fire type.
I
Clearly
like
based
it.
on Ceratopsians, Charatops's faceplate is the main armored portion, with the crest and even the blade from the Digi-Egg being incorporated
this,
into
like,
it.
fighting
We kept it as a
alongside-
pure
no,
fire
against,
type because it just makes the
Bastiomons.
most sense
I mean,
for the Crest of
Bastions.
Courage, and not everything needs a secondary type, guys. And even if we did, the only other type that would really make sense would be Steel, and that's already been taken by Jetois.
What about
Charatops will
ground?
superheat their faceplates and battle with each other to assert dominance. Whoever's faceplate burns hottest wins.
For the friendship
Could've made, like,
armor,
a
one
ground
of the
type,
main
bio
themes is
ground.
electricity, with some ice thrown in there too. But there aren't triple type Pokemon, at least as of the filming of this video, so we stuck with
Or-
lightning.
or
So with
the
the
filming
Digi-Egg
of
of
this
Friendship,
video.
Charmander becomes Charaptor, a fire electric type. For this
Okay,
armor,
that's
we
not
wanted to
bad.
go in the complete opposite direction as the bulky Charatops and make it super speedy, like lightning. So we went with a Theropod, specifically
Nice.
raptors, such as the Utah Raptor or the Velociraptor. And yes, it even has feathers. A fun little detail is that the theming of
Not
Charizard's
bad.
megas are flipped with these designs as well, with the black dino being the speedy one rather than the bulky dragon, and the red dino being the bulky one rather than the speedy dragon. Anyway,
Not
as far
bad.
as design, you can see the lightning-esque horn and claws have been incorporated from the Digi-Egg of Friendship, as well as the Crest of Friendship on the back. Charaptors zap
Yeah,
around
I could
hunting for
definitely
prey.
see these
In a
being
flash,
useful
they
on
can
my
capture
team.
multiple targets with ease and precision. They like to race Jetois to see who is truly faster. And those are Pokemon Armor
Not
Evolutions.
bad.
Thank you all so much for watching, and
We
we
will
will
see you guys next time.
Alright folks, and that is where we're going to end off today's episode, so I want you all to remember to like, comment, and subscribe for more, and I'll see all you folks next time when we flick on. Peace out.